This show is brought to you by Insurance Awareness Coordinators Group and the German Development Corporation through GIZ.
Hi, my name is Okyeame Kwame, and I am your happy host for the Recovery Stories. On this program, we sit down with insurance beneficiaries, stakeholders, and experts to dive deep into the insurance claims processes that we have in this country. We also look at the do's, the don'ts, the myths, the truths, and don't worry, because we always have an expert in the house to help us understand these processes. This program is brought to you by Insurance Awareness Coordinators Group and GIZ. Insurance pays.
Notify, submit, get paid.
Insurance pays.
Notify, submit, get paid.
We are going to get into the chit-chatting right after this break. Thank you.
Around 2019 December, that passed on at the hospital. I was really confused as to what to do.
I was told to report back the next day to give my statement. After all that was done, they finished, they called me that it was ready. I went in for it and I took it to my insurance company.
I had a call from the insurance office. They then told me that they've gotten all the documents and they will get back to me. Within two to 4 days, I had my money.
My name is Micah Tiria Feni.
Hi, my name is Edmond Nakao.
Hello, I am Veratan Saki.
Insurance pays. Notify, submit, and get paid.
Since we started Recovery Stories, the number one question that we keep getting from the public is why so many delays? And just as you know, justice delayed is justice denied. So I can even say that claims delayed is claims denied. So we have two experts here to help us answer this particular question and many other questions. So I have my own sister, Mrs. Florence Hegbo, who is going to help us, and also my senior brother, Supo Alexander Kwaku Obeng from the Ghana Police Service. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you.
So my first question will go to you, officer.
Thank you.
I know that you know that some of your friends always complain about delays, especially during motor accidents. So my question is, why is it that the police are causing all these delays? Is it intentional or is it a misunderstanding in the public space?
Thank you very much for this forum. It's good that Ghana continues to have such an outlet with a view to explaining to clients, beneficiaries, road users, compatriots on the service package that Ghana has in stock for them in terms of managing and assuaging when it comes to public health and safety, because we are guaranteed the rights of movement in the Constitution, and out there are hazards. And that is why way back in 1950s, right after independence, Ghana made a law, which is the Insurance Act, with a view to protect all of us, because most of the crashes are fortuitous. You never know when it will happen. And that is why in our Road Traffic Act 683, as a police institution, same was incorporated in section 125 to adjoin or compel police officers on duty that anytime an accident happens, they should prepare themselves, because a Ghanaian will come and notify Ghana at the police station. And so, in the Road Traffic Act 683 of 2004, I use this opportunity to inform all Ghanaians that it's not mostly that we delay, sometimes because such information are shielded in our law. In notifying, it is incumbent on all Ghanaians under section 124 to report all crashes or accidents, whether you are involved, whether you are a vehicle owner, whether you were a victim because you were a passenger or you were walking along the road and you were knocked down, among others. You have to report it, you have to notify, and that's the essence of it. And that law is incumbent on all Ghanaians to do it. Otherwise, sometimes it will be difficult for police to know that an accident has happened. This is because Ghana government has put in place insurance system and has National Insurance Commission as a management agency and has employed many insurance service providers. And they are waiting anytime any of us is involved in an accident and is injured, or a relative is dead out of that, or properties of same are damaged or are destroyed, they should notify, and in notifying, police form is what they are notified on. So you report to police, and since it involves human beings, it is always a requirement that police will launch investigation to establish who, where, when, and in the process, it may cause a little delay in notifying.
Okay.
It may cause a little
delay.
And that is why sometimes it is. But our position is that we are positioned to receive all complaints and launch very, sometimes bureaucratic, detailed post-crash road accident report and issue same to beneficiaries, onward to service providers.
Super. Thank you very much for this elaborate expose. So, to the Kenke seller out there, the acts and the explanation might elude her or him a little bit. So, in plain terms, can you take us through the processes that actually cause the delay so that we understand it in plain terms?
I said first, if accident occurred, there should be a complaint.
Complaint.
And there's a process. First, somebody should walk into the police station and lodge an accident that has happened. You know, of course, that is a process. Again, when the accident happened, and this is reported, it should be investigated.
Investigated.
So, police officer will join whoever is involved in an accident to where the accident occurred, because he might not be there.
Right.
And that will take a little while. And again, there are other experts that police will rely on, and we invite their opinion and their inputs. Like, for example, DVLA to come and test the vehicle. That may take a little time. And then when everything is done and that's a note, that sometimes we will even consult the medical officer and give you CID form, which is called police medical form. And then you take it to the government, what you call physician at the hospital. Police will be waiting for their input. That may take a little time. Eventually, when all these things are collated, it takes time for the police to prepare the report. And for you to come for same, you see, government has a policy that you go and pay money to the pay officer and take government receipt that you expect government through police to give you police accident report. And that may take a little while. There are other instances that this may not be interim. Sometimes the law beckons that you wait for court to hear the case, finish it, and then you can get police accident, final police accident report. In all this, there's element of waiting.
And time.
There is element of police service working up and down, going to court, come, case adjourned, and all these. These are all time elements. And therefore, if we appreciate it that way, because in the end, government is going to pay money. And government money is not paid by just knocking and collecting it. It goes through certain processes. So let us all understand that this is the system Ghana, you and I, have put in place to ensure that whilst you are going to get benefits, government will also not be defrauded. Let me put it in that simple. And all this will cause a little delay.
Thank you very much. Mrs. Flores, please, what do you think about what Supo is saying?
Thank you so much, Kwame, for your question. And thank you so much, Supo, for the detailed explanation you have given us regarding the processes one has to go through in obtaining a police report. I would want to emphasize that the police report is a very vital document for us as insurers. When an accident happens and when we are notified of the accident, before we can establish liability and decide on whether to accept liability, as in whether to admit a claim or dismiss a claim, we rely heavily on the police reports. And so I am glad Mr. Obeng has told us and enumerated to us the processes they go through before they can issue out a police report. We come across a lot of claimants and we hear a lot of stories. Now, there are stories where, Mr. Obeng, if you are not aware or may be aware, sometimes claimants come to us with stories that investigators have been transferred. And when they are transferred, allegedly, they go with dockets. And this becomes very difficult for claimants when they are pursuing a police report. I have instances where a claimant walks in and has an accident that occurred somewhere around Kanishi. And an investigator who is supposed to investigate and issue the final police report at the end of the day is transferred to Elmina. And this claimant would have to trace this investigator all the way to Elmina before they can get their police report issued out to them. I believe it is one of the instances that Mr. Obeng and the service can look at if they can really help us in that regard to shorten and make the acquisition of the police reports easier for our claimants. I would also want to say and point out that we also have stories or circumstances where we realize that the acquisition is not centralized. I would want to explain further by saying that sometimes when accidents occur, claimants would have to report to a certain police station and would have to go to another station, sometimes regional offices, sometimes head offices, before they can make payments, come back to the previous station where the reports were made, before the reports are issued. We would want to add a voice and ask that if it is possible to decentralize some of those processes, it would really help in quickening the acquisition of a police report and, in essence, in us as insurers admitting liability and also paying or settling claims promptly. Thank you, Kwame.
Thank you very much. So I told you that today's episode is special and it's going to be revealing. I am already learning so much and I hope you are learning too. So this is the recovery stories. We'll go for a break, and when we come back, we'll come back to the do's and the don'ts of the claims processes, and then we also go deeper into some of the things that delay the process. Thank you.
Around 2019 December, that passed on. at the hospital, I was really confused as to what to do.
I was told to report back the next day to give my statement. After all that was done, they finished, they called me that it was ready. I went in for it and I took it to my insurance company.
I had a call from the insurance office. They then told me that they've gotten all the documents and they will get back to me. Within two to 4 days, I had my money.
My name is Micah Teria Feni.
Hi, my name is Edmond Nakao.
Hello, I am Veratan Saki.
Insurance pays. Notify, submit, and get paid.
You are welcome back to Recovery Stories brought to you by IACG and JIZ. And my question goes to you, Supo. Please, what advice do you give to someone seeking the right documentation after an accident? What is this person supposed to do?
These are the clear steps that will shorten the process for all of us, given the current situation. All of us must ensure that when we are involved in an accident, we report the accident at the police station near where the accident occurred. It is very important. Reporting it at the police station where the accident occurred. That is one. 2, you must give statements to the investigator, and therefore you must know the investigator. And that is important. So you shouldn't miss appointments. And you must assist the investigation. Like I said, there might be a day that you may go even and visit the accident scene, if possible. Again, when you have to go for certain documentation because it may assist in claim to guide the insurer, it might be medical report that will come with it attendant receipts. So you must request at the police station for their CID form called police medical form. You need it. That one you take it to the medical officer. After examining you, he will then write what actually impacted you in the course of the crash. Degree of injury and all that. And then you may even attach receipt of costs that you have incurred. And same will have to be brought to the investigator. Then you will request for police accident report in addition to the medical report. And that is very critical. That one, you don't just come to the police station and say, I need it. Here is the procedure. You go to the police paymaster's office. And then the paymaster has receipts from the accountant general's office, government receipts. And then you pay specified insurance accident report. Okay?
Yes.
You pay for it. Government sets it. I don't know currently if it's 80 cedis or so. Yes. And when you pay, they will give you a receipt. And then you carry that receipt along, attach it to the report, and then send it to the police investigator that you want a report to go and show it to the insurer. Meanwhile, you don't wait till you get this report before you inform or notify the insurer. As for the insurer, you should have informed the company long ago. Then when you get this report from police, they will write the report from day one to where you got all these medical reports and then everything. And then they will give it to you and you get a copy and then you go to the insurance company, by which time the earlier report, the earlier notification, they will be waiting for you to come with this report. In this way, the insurance company had nothing to do but to quickly open the drawer and whatever that is due you,
give it to you.
You get it, so that you're able to take care of your injuries and all those mourning days that you have gone through.
Can we quickly address the issue of the decentralization that the insurer is speaking about? And I mean, my simple question is, can't you just go to, say, Lashibi police station, pay the money, do the reports, have a relationship with the investigator, and then everything? And also, is there a possibility that all these things can be robotized and digitized in this modern time so that everything is done at once, at one place, quick?
I think it is possible. All of us are capable. And if you begin to see Ghana leveraging on ICT, police is automating, National Insurance Commission has also automated insurance policies of all vehicle owners on motor insurance database, so that with *920*57# you enter the car number, you know everything about the vehicle owner, right to everything. Police is also automating. I think in our lifetime, not in the distant millennia, we will be able to do that one-stop shop center.
My sister, so as an insurer, what do you tell a policy holder? How can a policy holder get all their documentation quickly so that they come process and then you give them what is due them?
In this country, we are ruled or we are guided by laws. And per the Insurance Act 2006, your claim can be statute barred. For instance, death and injury related claims, you have a maximum of 3 years to put in your claim. So if you go out there or when you are involved in an accident and you refuse to inform your insurer and wait till that time or that period has elapsed and you come to us wanting to make a claim, you may not succeed. As much as possible, let's avoid middlemen. What it ends up doing is that documents are submitted to us that are not genuine. Kindly let us liaise with the right authorities for the issuance of the correct medical reports. I would also want to add that this industry, as an industry, we pay and we settle genuine claims. Walk in, come, let us talk, and we will settle your claims promptly for you. Thank you.
Mrs. Thank you very much. We'll be right back.
Around 2019 December, that passed on at the hospital. I was really confused as to what to do.
I was told to report back the next day to give my statement. After all that was done, they finished, they called me that it was ready. I went in for it and I took it to my insurance company.
I had a call from the insurance office. They then told me that they've gotten all the documents and they will get back to me. Within 2 to 4 days, I had my money.
My name is Micah Teria Fenny.
Hi, my name is Edmond Nakao.
Hello, I am Veratan Saki.
Insurance pays. Notify, submit, and get paid.
You are welcome back to Recovery Stories on TV3, an initiative of the IACG and GIZ. And we have some questions from the audience. So let us just get right into question 1.
My question is going to Supt. What is the Ghana Police Service educating the public about these processes?
The police has a department called Motor Traffic and Transport Department that works all the time with National Road Safety Authority and other driver unions and transport operators, and takes opportunity in engagement, publicizing and engaging all motorists and drivers, vehicle owners, among others, on platforms like this.
Thank you very much. The next question, please.
I want to ask, can one appoint a family member to start a process if that person is badly injured?
It is accepted for any rep, any relative that you decide on to come to us as insurers and inform us. There are even instances where at the time of investigating the claim, we realize all claimants are not in a position to even walk to our offices for us to examine and also try and ascertain the extent and details of their injuries. There are instances where we go to them ourselves.
Thank you very much, Supt, Kwaku Obeng, and Mrs. Florence Hegbo. I think that it is safe to assume that we have all learned a lot today. Continue the conversation on social media on Insurance Pays GH, and let us make insurance the #1 thing in Ghana. Insurance pays.
Notify, submit, get paid.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
This show is brought to you by Insurance Awareness Coordinators Group and the German Development Corporation through GIZ.